Guys, Mad Dog, still here at Newport at the Tennis Hall of Fame. Again, we're a bad day in Newport. It's better than a good day at work. So we're talking about the evolution of rackets, part 2, and this is the metals. In the late 60s, Wilson came out with the Wilson T2000, which was a steel racket used by Billie Jean King and Jimmy Connors. If you were a stringer, this was the nightmare of nightmares because it was brutally difficult to string. But this changed the game in a big way because we went from wood into a steel and metal category. So this was the first real one. Notice how the stringing is done. It's a wrapped stringing system around through holes in here, and if you're a stringer, you really didn't love this racket too much. If you're Jimmy Connors, you loved it. It made you a lot of money and helped you. It was Wilson's entree into steel, metal, and again, away from the wood. After that, along came Head with 2 frames. There was a blue one, which was called the Standard, and then the Head Pro, which everybody called the Red Head. Similar shape. Again, our head sizes are still small, somewhere in the high 70s. This was a metal frame. Again, added more power to the game, changed the pace, brought the game to another level. After that, Arthur Ashe, who we're going to talk about probably later today as well, came out with a composite, which was a head frame, where they took fiberglass and some graphite and put it with the metal. Okay? Again, our head size is still small, but now you're getting into a little bit more of a conventional look with the throat and the head shape. And the last one we have in this category was the foray into a real high modulus graphite or higher modulus graphite and away from the metal into the graphite strictly was the Wilson Ultra. And after this comes the Pro Staff, but this was a great frame, had a lot of power, and again, increased the way the game was played power-wise, started to push people back at the baseline somewhat. You still serve and volley with this racket, but again, we're going with a small head size, a really stiff, rigid racket, and this was the introduction of Wilson's PWS, perimeter weighting system. If you notice right here on the frame, now it's a standard on all Pro Staffs, you see it has that little bump. That's what this was, the PWS. So going forward, this takes us up into the 80s and maybe early 90s. And the next category we're going to talk about after this in terms of game changers is the oversized stuff and the wide body stuff. So we'll talk to you soon.